Once upon a time, in a distant land, there was a young man named James. Life had not been kind to him. Time and time again, he faced challenges that seemed insurmountable, and every time he reached out for help, his requests, no matter how small, were met with cold rejections. No one seemed willing to lend him a hand, and he began to feel like the world had turned its back on him. One evening, feeling utterly hopeless, James stood alone in the quiet of his room and looked up at the stars. With a heavy heart, he whispered, "Oh, great powers above, I've tried everything, but it feels like everything is against me. Perhaps only you can show me the way." The divine forces, moved by the sincerity of James's plea, decided to answer his call. That very night, as he slept, a voice appeared in his dreams. It was soft but filled with warmth and wisdom. "James, my dear child," the voice spoke gently, "I will grant you a blessing. However, I will not appear to you in my true form. Tomorrow, when the sun rises, I will take the form of someone you will meet. The first person you encounter will be me." The next morning, James woke with a heart full of hope, his soul yearning for the change that he so desperately needed. He rose early, eager to see if the divine promise would come true. He brushed his teeth, washed his face, and then, standing before the mirror, he began to comb his hair. As his eyes met his reflection, something extraordinary happened. He saw himself, his own face, but with a new light in his eyes. There was a strength, a spark of confidence that he had never noticed before. It was as though he had transformed overnight. "Wait a minute," James thought to himself, his heart racing with realization. "Could it be? The divine presence. It's me. I am the power I've been waiting for." From that moment on, James felt a surge of newfound confidence. He walked through the world with a sense of purpose and certainty that he had never known before. The challenges that once seemed impossible to face now felt manageable. The relationships that had been strained or distant began to blossom into genuine connections. Even those who had once turned him away now offered their help with kindness and generosity. James soon discovered an incredible truth. When a person relies on others for validation or approval, they will always feel incomplete. It is only when they stand tall and believe in their own worth that they can truly unlock their potential. And once they do, the world around them begins to align in beautiful ways. From that day forward, James carried himself with confidence, knowing that the power to change his life had always been within him. He had learned that when one believes in themselves, the universe opens up in ways they could never have imagined. And so, he embraced his journey with joy, grateful for the lesson that had transformed his life forever. And thus, James learned that the key to success and happiness was not found in others, but within his own heart. If you like it, please give me a like, subscribe to the channel, and press the bell to wait for the latest videos.